just finished up cardio this morning, fasted an hour on a hand bike. Is brutal. But now, time to go home and get some food in. Let's go. I used to work out in, it was a 40-pound freaking chair. This is only 10 pounds. So it's like a little bit easier. Bam. Driving a Challenger, it's a lot more fun instead of a van. Right. Awesome. Let's do this. I'm helping Nick. Like, I'm taking pictures. So usually, like, I'm on your side of it whenever I'm helping out with the shows and stuff. I'm backstage taking all the pictures of the guys, and like, I enjoy that just as much as competing. Like, being able to help out with everything behind stage is a whole other world than the competing side of it. And I like riding right in that middle. Like, I literally enjoy doing both. Like, it's fun for me. Like, going to the expos and stuff, like when I went to the Arnold Classic, like, I loved that expo. And sit there, even with Olympia, when I went out and helped with that, like, I love those expos, just to be able to interact with like so many people, and people coming up to you and saying, "Hey, you're James." And I'm like, "Yeah," and like, I have no idea who they are. And I'm like, this is cool. It's a following that I didn't know I had. You know, I follow you on Instagram. I'm like, that's cool. I have no idea who you are, bud, but cool, thanks. You know,
I mean, that's the best thing you can do. I appreciate that.
It's like, I appreciate all of it. It's an overwhelming feeling, and it's something that I never thought I would have. Like, being able to be known for doing something like that, to actually to like a pro level of something. It's like, that's the coolest thing, is like, wheelchair bodybuilding is the only actual considered pro show. Like, the wheelchair basketball guys aren't considered like part of the NBA. So they're pro in their aspect of it, but they're not a pro, like a pro bodybuilder, like the IFBB Pro League. Like, they are the only ones to actually consider us being pro athletes. And like, that's just a cool feeling to have in general. I mean, being able to do something from a wheelchair and actually be a pro athlete, like, speaks on itself. Like, there's only so many of us that can do it and put the work in and make it, you know, their life type of thing. And it's like, it's a cool, overwhelming feeling. Like, especially whenever you win your first pro show, that there's like, what was it? I was asked, what are my thoughts and how do I feel? And it's like, usually I have an answer for everything, but that time I didn't, because I've never experienced something like that. Like, overwhelming joy, you know, gratefulness, and like, you overcame so much to get to that point, and it showed. But now it's like, you get to go to the big stage and compete with guys that have won other pro shows. So it's like, you have to take everything to the next level and beyond, but you don't know where that's at until you get there. So it's kind of like a science experiment the whole time. So you don't know exactly what to do, but you're gonna make it happen. And that's what I really enjoy about like all of this, is because it's like one giant experiment, seeing how you can get better at what you do every day. Each prep is different. Each show is different, just from the guys that you're competing against to like everything that you do behind stage. Just got back to the house, getting ready to eat from doing cardio, so we're gonna make a shake. So everything I do, I weigh out, and if you don't pay attention to that, that'll make the biggest difference with your food. That's going to change literally everything. And I feel like a lot of people are not consistent with their food and how they eat it and the time frame. Time makes a huge difference.
zero out the scale, throw it in grams. I'll measure out 40 grams of oats. See if I can hit this perfect. See how close I can get it. Boom, 40. Alright. Then we'll take a gram pink Himalayan salt. Zero back out the scale. Honestly, my favorite, this peanut butter chocolate is the best protein I've ever had. I'm not just saying that. Tastes like a no-bake cookie whenever I'm done with this. But I'll measure out 15 grams protein. Then collagen peptides, helps the skin, joints, all that. I'll do 15 grams again. It's right there. Hello. There we go. You don't get the gritty, gross taste. Super simple. Super quick. It's honestly first meal I look forward to of each day. It's like having breakfast, but for dessert for breakfast. It's good. After I make my shake, I grab my meals, get ready to toss them in the lunch bag before I go to work. Or not work out. Second job. But pre-prep meals, everything's weighed out to a T. Everything's the same. Usually, my go-to, Mrs. Dash, it's got 0 calories, 0 salt. Perfect for a prep, keeps it good where you're not completely burnt out on food. But throw some seasoning. I'm eating my meals probably every 2.5, 3 hours. I eat 4 meals, 4 total meals. I have my shake in the morning, so a total of 5. And I can push it to 6, but you know, I feel bloated and super stuffed if I'm eating 6. So it's like we kind of found that happy medium. I've kind of balanced everything out for that. So we got my meals ready, my pre-workouts, Creed Kong, this morning stack, Mind Freak. Like I even take it to a point where I weigh out the pre-workout. I mean, you may not have to be that extra, but I'm that extra. I do 6 grams of creatine for my pre-workout. And I do 23 grams. My folks. Awesome. Let's see, Brandon should be here just a little bit.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, ready?